It's about the search for. It's about an individual's search for meaning in a meaningless world. If it's coming out of a history of existentialism, then it's coming out of a history of nihilism and pessimism, and it's seeking to move through that nihilism and that pessimism and understand what it means to deal with a meaningless world and to still maintain a sense of hope and vibrancy and the desire to continue living. It's an attempt to understand what the future means when the present is fully articulated as meaningless. Well, I mean, it's written. It's written for anyone who enjoys it. You know, it's not written for someone before the fact. Certainly, it's written for anyone who's read existentialism, who's read Camus or Sartre or Dostoevsky. These people. It's written for someone who gets up in the morning, or who's sitting on the bus or the train or a plane or walking down the street and looks around and says, "Why am I here? What is life? And how come I know I'm alive and nothing changes from knowing that?" It's written for anybody who wonders what life is, and it's written for people who wonder that and who dream. If something is art and it doesn't contain autobiographical material, then it's not art. The novel is not my life story. The novel is a work of art, a work of fiction, a work of literature. But it absolutely comes from and arises out of my understanding of my experience of life. Post-existentialism is the movement to find glory and love and hope in a hopeless and gloryless and enslaved existence. Existentialism posed the major question that we live with, which is if there is the individual in this meaningless world, then what do we do? That's the question existentialism posed, and it was the question that it never seemed to be able to answer. I'm not suggesting I'm answering that question. I'm suggesting only that I'm venturing into that question, that I'm venturing into asking that question in our time. Not asking what do we do, but asking what do we do with the existential question. In the end, a book is only words on a page, and there's very little to take from that in the moment. The style is poetic, the style is frontal and immediate. The style is there to provoke and provide an experience for the reader, more than just a daydream. The style is written with a rhythm and a poetry definitely in mind, so that when one lifts one's eyes from the page and readdresses the world, perhaps one can feel as though something has occurred, as though something has changed, to the degree perhaps that it changes for the people in the book. I think it absolutely addresses the issues that we live with. I think they're the same issues that we've lived with throughout time. Why am I here? What is life? Why do I have to die? What is love, and how do I find it, and how do I keep it? It's a good question. The question, I think, really, what is truth? Truth is the depth of the experience you have, the depth of the experience I have. So does this book contain no truth? Well, I don't believe there is a succinct factual truth somewhere to compare art to. Art is the expression of an individual, and the degree to which that expression is articulated, the broadness, the depth, equals the value of the truth being expressed. So yes, the book is very truthful because it expresses experiences and feelings that are human.